Okay, switching over to the NASDAQ 100 ETF, the QQQ. A black body occurred because prices closed lower than they opened. During the past 10 bars, there have been 0 white up candles and 10 black down candles for a net of 10 black down candles. During the past 50 bars, there have been 17 white up candles and 33 black down candles for a net of 16 black down candles. 3 black down candles occurred in the last 3 days. Although these candles were not big enough to create 3 black crows, the steady downward pattern is bearish. As for the swing index, we have a pulse scan reading of -37 and a swing VIX reading of -33.97. The market pulse is negative since it's trading below its zero signal line. The pulse scan crossed below the swing VIX, creating a downtrend channel as of 8 periods ago. The swing VIX is below -29. This is where it usually forms support. The swing VIX usually forms support before the underlying security. A buy or sell signal is generated when the swing VIX moves out of an overbought or oversold area. The last signal was an overbought sell 8 periods ago. The swing VIX has just reached its lowest value in the last 14 periods. This is bearish. Since the last swing VIX signal, the NASDAQ 100 ETF's price has decreased 8.15% and has ranged from a high of $47.14 a share to a low of $41.77 per share. Currently, the trend is very bearish. Our trend strength reading is calling for bearish consolidation. The long-term trend line support is currently at $34.30 per share. The close is currently below its long-term period, intermediate, and short-term period moving averages. As for volatility, the NASDAQ 100 ETF closed above the lower band by 6.6%. We have no system-generated long or short entry points. As for intraday price projections, we have resistance at $42.65 per share and support at $42.25 per share. We do anticipate that the intraday resistance number of $42.65 per share will be violated. Moving right along to Goldman Sachs. Okay, as for Goldman Sachs, a black body occurred because prices closed lower than they opened. During the past 10 bars, there have been 3 white up candles and 7 down candles for a net of 4 down candles. During the past 50 bars, there have been 22 up candles and 28 down candles for a net of 6 down candles. We had 3 down candles occurring in the last 3 days. Although these candles were not big enough to create 3 black crows, the steady downward pattern is bearish. Looking over to the swing index, we have a pulse scan reading of -28.24 and a swing VIX reading of -22.99. The market pulse is negative since it's trading below its zero signal line. The pulse scan crossed below the swing VIX, creating a downtrend channel as of 2 periods ago. The swing VIX is not currently in a topping above 39 or bottoming below -39 range. A buy or sell signal is generated when the swing VIX moves out of an overbought or oversold area. The last signal was an oversold buy 45 periods ago. The swing VIX has just reached its lowest value in the last 14 periods. This is bearish. Since the last swing VIX signal, Goldman Sachs price has decreased 0.14% and has ranged from a high of $134.30 per share to a low of $129.50 per share. Currently, the trend is very bearish. Our trend strength reading is for bearish strength. Our price projection target is for $65.40 per share. The close is currently below its long-term, intermediate, and short-term period moving averages. As for volatility, Goldman Sachs closed approximately above the lower band by 4.6%. We have no system-generated long or short entries. Our intraday price projections for Tuesday are as follows. We have resistance at $131.77 per share and support at $130.29 per share. Okay, taking a look now at interest rates. Looking at ticker symbol TLT. This is a review of the U.S. Bonds 20-year plus ETF. As of Friday's close, a black body occurred because prices closed lower than they opened. During the past 10 bars, there have been 8 up candles and 2 down candles for a net of 6 white up candles. During the past 50 bars, there have been 29 up days and 20 down days for a net of 9 up days. Looking at the swing index, the pulse scan reading is positive 39.14. The swing VIX is a positive 40.30. The market pulse is positive since it is trading above its zero signal line. The pulse scan crossed below the swing VIX, creating a downtrend channel as of Friday. This means that negative momentum has entered the market. We expect sideways to lower prices within the next 3 to 5 days. The last signal was an overbought sell 49 periods ago. Since the last swing VIX signal, this ETF's price has been unchanged and has ranged from a high of $101.44 per share to a low of $100.16 per share. Currently, the trend remains very bullish. As for trend strength, we have bullish strength. Our price projection target for this ETF is $118.02 per share. The close is currently above its long-term, intermediate, and short-term period moving averages. As for volatility, we closed above the upper band by 16.5%. As for entry points, we have no system-generated long or short entry points for Tuesday. Our intraday price projections, we have resistance at $101.15 per share and support at $100.44 per share. Our weekly price projection outlooks for this ETF is resistance to hit $102.66 per share and support to remain around $96.05 per share. Okay, now we switch our focus to the US dollar index. As of Friday, a white body occurred because prices closed higher than they opened. During the past 10 bars, there have been 6 white up candles and 3 black down candles for a net of 3 white up candles. During the past 50 bars, there have been 27 up days and 21 down days for a net of 6 up days. As far as the swing index is concerned, the pulse scan reading is negative 29.45. We have a swing VIX reading of negative 30.69. The market pulse is negative since it's trading below its zero signal line. The pulse scan crossed above the swing VIX, creating an uptrend channel as of 4 periods ago. The last signal was an oversold buy 3 periods ago. The swing VIX does not currently show any failure swings, and the securities price has set a new 14-period low, while the swing VIX has not. This is a bullish divergence. Since the last swing VIX signal, the US dollar index ECN price has decreased 1.56% and has ranged from a high of $25.13 per share to a low of $24.50 per share. Currently, the trend is slightly bullish. As for trend strength, we have a bullish consolidation. Our long-term trend line resistance is currently at $25.83 per share. The close is currently trading above its long-term, intermediate, and short-term moving averages. I'm sorry, I apologize. The close is currently above its long-term period moving average at $23.92 per share. However, we are below the intermediate and short-term period moving averages. Right now, immediate resistance is at $24.89 per share. We would need to close above that to reinstitute an uptrend, and that is probably not going to be likely within the next couple of days. We're in danger now of closing below the Kumo support cloud here at around $24.57 per share, which is where we are now. And if we get below $24